This was a true story. Two people were chatting when suddenly, the airliner was struck by a flock of birds, causing both engines to lose power entirely. Violent turbulence rocked the cabin. The passengers had no idea what was happening, but the flight attendants left their seats to calm everyone's nerves. Yet at that moment, Sully noticed engine 1 was gradually losing thrust, followed by engine 2. He first attempted to restart them, but got no response. Then the cabin suddenly lost power. Without hesitation, Sully activated the auxiliary power unit immediately, and electricity was restored. The flight attendants once again reminded everyone to fasten their seatbelts.
What do you think that was? I think it was a bird strike. And we're going back to LaGuardia. Yeah.
The co-pilot quickly grabbed the emergency checklist to find a solution for dual engine failure. The air traffic controller in charge of the flight urgently notified the tower and grounded all nearby flights.
Come around this bend up here, we'll see the USS Intrepid.
Got the A320 on emergency descent. Cactus 1549 is low level above the Hudson.
This is helicopter 167 Mike Tango. I've got eyes on him.
Cactus 1549, this is departure control, on guard, do you read?
Going down.
Cactus 1549, do you read me?
Shit, he's going down.
Sully knew they might have to ditch in the Hudson River. The controller instructed them to divert to the nearest airport, but Sully's 42 years of flying experience told him they couldn't reach any airport. Ditching in the Hudson was their only option. The controller watched the radar signal disappear from the screen and kept calling Flight 1549.
Brace! Heads down! Stay down! Brace! Heads down! Stay down!
Benim de sevdiğim.
We're not gonna make it, Uncle Robbie.
The plane touched down perfectly. Thanks to Sully's masterful control, it landed safely on the water. But the situation remained dire. New York was in the depths of its coldest season. The cabin doors were opened, and life rafts deployed. Frigid, bone-chilling water began seeping into the cabin. Some passengers climbed onto the rafts, others stood on the wings waiting for rescue. Fearing a fuel leak and subsequent explosion, a few people even jumped into the icy river, trying to swim to the opposite bank. Inside the cabin, Sully was still evacuating passengers and handing blankets to the elderly. The man who had jumped into the river was clearly exhausted. He tried to swim back, but the strong current prevented him from returning. On the other side, a water patrol spotted them and rushed over immediately. Air rescue teams were also arriving one after another. A flight attendant, despite a bleeding thigh, continued to fulfill her duties. A ferry pulled up precisely beside them to help with the evacuation. News media also arrived at the scene as soon as possible. After evacuating all passengers, Sully conducted a final check inside the cabin before returning to the cockpit to grab important documents. He was the last one to jump onto the life raft.